Hey team, Patrick here, and in today's lesson, rather than talking about a specific shot, I want to cover something a little bit different, and that's the correct sequencing of movements for our ground strokes. And what should happen from the moment I see the ball coming, all the way to contact, and back to my recovery, ready for the next shot. And this should happen on every ball we play within the point. So, let's get into it. Assuming we're in a good ready position on our toes, knees bent, feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, we first want to make a split step, which is this little jump. It doesn't need to be huge. It's just this move we make that puts us in our most athletic position as the ball leaves our opponent's racket. So the proper timing of the split step is going to be in the air as the ball is on our opponent's strings. Now I can first see the direction of the ball. I might not know exactly where it's going to land or how it's going to react off the court, but I can observe it coming to my forehand or backhand, and I can make a unit turn or unit step where I shift my weight to my outside foot as I turn to this side. And I can change my grip if I need to do so. And I'm going to do this with my non-dominant hand. It's why we have two hands on the racket in the ready position. I'm not moving my hand on the racket, but more my racket within my hand, which is why it's important we've got a loose, relaxed grip on our racket. And we want to do this at least by the time the ball crosses the net, be in this position. It's not that there's a right or wrong grip, forehand or backhand, in the ready position. For more experienced players, you're going to be wanting to hit more forehands as often as you can, so you can attack with your forehand, which is why you see players often ready with a forehand grip. But I sometimes suggest to my beginner players who've got a two-handed backhand that they have a backhand grip, as they usually struggle more with the backhand side. So the less we have to do when setting up for that shot, the better. Now I can move to the ball with a running step in the most natural way. We don't want to hop out of our ready position here and sidestep to the ball, as we're just going to be slower, and we're never going to be set up with enough coil or turn of our upper body. And our aim should be to what we call beat the bounce. Now, that doesn't mean that we hit without a bounce like a volley. It just means that we are set up with our preparation, our racket, our body, our feet before the bounce, so we can start our swing on the bounce of the ball. It's this trigger to start my take back and the dropping of the racket down to the ball, as this unit turn earlier wasn't a backswing and just a turning of my body to this side. And the mistake I see players make with their timing is they move on the bounce of the ball, but then they're late and they're what I call out of sync with the ball. We don't want the ball to be over there by the topspin pro, and I'm still over here having to play catch up. Now I can complete my motion, and whatever stance I use, I want to finish on my outside foot, so I can immediately push off and recover to the optimum position on the court before my opponent hits. And I want to stress that generally we want to recover back with side steps so I can better observe my opponent, and I'm ready for either a forehand or a backhand on the next shot. But if I have a long way to go, or I'm out of position and they're already hitting, of course I'm just going to have to run to the ball in this instance. If you're back in your ready position before needing to split step, before they hit, we don't want to be static with our feet. And I say to my players, this is not a ready position. We want our heels off the ground at all times, moving with this fast feet here. And I like to say to myself, step, step, split step if I have time to do so. It's like a boxer. You're moving with this fast feet all the time. So guys, particularly if you're a beginner player, you follow this specific sequence of setting up the shot, then you move, and you only hit on the bounce of the ball, and you'll be keeping more balls in play during the rally and the points. So hope this has helped. If it has, please leave it a like, get down into the comments, let me know if there's any other tennis related topics you'd like me to cover, and subscribe to the channel so we can see you on court in the next one. Cheers guys.